Pull you over, Officer Clear Crown Sheriff's Office. I ran your plate. It's coming back to like a white Subaru. Is that a specialty Florida plate? What is that?
No, it's a private plate.
A private plate?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So it's because, I mean, when I run a Florida with that, it comes, like I said, it comes back a white Subaru. Do you have any, like,
yes, sir,
registration?
One second. Oh, shit.
You got your driver's license and insurance on this as well?
Yes, sir. I just have this right here. Here you go.
You got a license as well?
This is all I got, sir. Here you go.
You have a driver's license or no?
No.
Alright, so what info do you have on the vehicle?
Well, I own this vehicle.
No, I'm saying, do you have any, like, registration or something like that?
Oh, no.
Because, like I said, when I'm running the plate, it's coming back to a completely different vehicle.
Oh, no, this is not even a Florida plate. Like, far as, like, a registered plate, this is a private plate.
So what's it registered? What's the vehicle registered?
It's not even registered, sir.
So you can't drive an unregistered vehicle in the United States.
No, I'm just traveling, sir.
So you don't have a driver's license, you don't have, is there any particular reason why?
Like, I like to exercise my constitutional right just to travel, you know.
Okay.
You know.
All right, just hang tight, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
From the very start, the tone of this encounter is filled with that classic overconfidence we've come to expect from sovereign citizens. The driver tries to act calm, throwing in terms like private plates and constitutional right to travel, as if these magic words could turn legal nonsense into reality. The officer remains patient but clearly confused by the bizarre private citizen logic. What's funny is that the cop is doing exactly what any reasonable officer would: verify the vehicle and the driver. But our so-called freedom traveler thinks he's above all that. It's almost as if he's read too many Reddit threads on fake legal loopholes. The moment he hands over a made-up ID, you can already feel the tension building. He's polite, yes, but polite stupidity is still stupidity. You can tell the officer is holding back laughter, realizing he's dealing with another YouTube law expert. This opening sets the tone for yet another crash course in how not to handle a traffic.
Contracts, they're not looking for birth certificates, social security cards, none of that. They're looking for your exact contract you have with the state. Yeah, they contemplate right now. They're like, what the heck? What the hell is this? Told you, a lot of police ain't never seen this before. They come up, do not detain and all that. They're like, what the hell? It's all foreign to them. Look, no kids in the back, none of that. Cause the last time they was like, oh, they let you go because your wife, your kids is in the back. That's fine.
Here's where the comedy really starts to unfold. Our sovereign star proudly declares that he's on a do not detain list, as if such a magical registry exists for self-proclaimed free men. Meanwhile, the officer's face says it all: confusion mixed with pity. The absurdity of believing you can be immune to law enforcement just by saying it out loud is wild. The driver acts as though his laminated fantasy documents are diplomatic credentials. Watching him talk himself deeper into trouble is like watching a slow-motion car crash. Painful, yet you can't look away. What's worse is that he truly believes every word he's saying. This delusion isn't confidence. It's a cocktail of arrogance and ignorance served cold. The cop, on the other hand, keeps it professional, probably realizing this will be a good story for the station later. The man's self-assured tone almost makes it sound rehearsed, like he's been waiting all week to perform this legal drama.
So where do you live?
I live in the United States of America Republic.
Okay, but where's your residence, your house?
The United States of America Republic.
Okay, so where are you heading right now?
The United States of America Republic.
All right, so are you just, you don't want to answer? Or?
No, that's where I live, sir. I don't.
Okay, so like basically the problem is I understand what you're saying, like
yes, sir.
You're practicing your constitutional right to travel, but in the United States you still have to have vehicles, still have to be registered and stuff like that. You can't just not register. I mean, so what happens if you crash? I mean, this is a nice car, right?
Yes.
So if you have no insurance, what happens? What do you think is going to happen?
I'll have to personally compensate that person.
You'd end up losing everything you own is the problem.
I understand that, but I still would, as a man, give them
but
exactly.
See, the problem is, in the United States of America, all 50 states, they require you to insure your car. So that doesn't happen.
Okay.
So you don't have any insurance. Have you ever been arrested before?
No.
You've never been arrested?
No.
So when I looked up your name, and I seen that you had been arrested. That wasn't you?
No.
Was that?
Because on the information on my car, no, I never been.
At this point, the officer tries to stay patient, explaining how registration and insurance work. But logic doesn't mix well with delusion. Our traveler proudly announces that he doesn't register his car because he's a free man, forgetting that the road isn't his personal kingdom. The officer calmly explains the obvious. Accidents, compensation, insurance, all those boring things called responsibility. Yet the man still insists he's outside their jurisdiction. It's painful to watch how hard he's trying to sound intelligent while making zero legal sense. You can sense the officer's inner frustration, but he keeps his cool, probably realizing that arguing with someone who believes in magic words is pointless. This moment captures the essence of every sovereign citizen encounter. Complete denial of reality, mixed with the arrogance of believing they're smarter than the law.
It's right here. The VIN number right here.
I'm not going to scratch your car up trying to...
No, you don't have to scratch it. You can just look.
I need you to step out.
I can't.
Why can't you?
Because...
Are you physically unable, or what's wrong?
I can't because the VIN number's right there, sir.
Okay, so I have to compare the VIN spots to make sure that this vehicle is not stolen. Because as of right now, I don't know anything about the vehicle. You haven't given me any info about it.
Because the VIN number right there, you see on the side right there?
And see, I want to compare the VIN in certain spots. That's the thing. If you want to be able to be free to travel about your way, you have to let me verify this vehicle's not stolen.
I understand that, sir, but the VIN number right there.
That's what I'm worried. I don't need to just see that VIN. I need to see other VINs. So there's multiple spots where there's a VIN. And if I compare them and they come out to be legit, then I can verify that this vehicle's not stolen. Right now, that's my main concern, to make sure this vehicle's not. But I want to make sure this is your vehicle, that's all.
But that VIN, you see that VIN right there?
I understand, but you haven't given me any information.
When the officer asks about his criminal history, the man boldly says he's never been arrested. You can almost hear the uh-oh music playing in the background. The officer quickly reveals that his name shows an active arrest record. And suddenly, our man's confidence starts to crack. His denial is quick and unconvincing, the kind of response that makes you wonder if he even believes himself. The irony here is golden. The same man who claims to know the law doesn't realize lying to an officer makes him look worse. The commentator's disbelief is justified. We've seen this before. These self-proclaimed legal geniuses always forget that cops have databases. He's trying to outsmart a computer with vibes and fairy tales. The officer remains professional, but you can tell he's done with the nonsense. This is the moment where the story shifts from funny to embarrassing.
We got to fingerprint you to make sure you're who you say you are. So at this point, we're going to have to place you in custody. I'm going to have to ask you to come out. Now, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this to make things worse. I understand you're practicing your constitutional right, but I'm also doing my job as a police officer. Okay. So I've been very calm with you. I've listened to what you had to say, and I also am trying to get the reciprocating respect. Sir. I'm not going to try to wrestle you out of the car. I don't want to do any of that. I just want to I'm going to have to take you to verify who you are, and then, you can be on your way. But I have to take you in and have you fingerprinted.
I can't. I just gave you my ID.
No, see, the thing is I need to see your fingerprints, because you're not telling me where you live. You're not telling me anything.
That's my address.
Okay, I understand. You're not telling me where you live. The United States is not an address. I'm being very calm with you. I'm being very respectful.
Yes, sir.
But I also have to do my job, and I don't want. I'm not trying to wrestle with you. Okay?
I understand, sir.
And I'm not trying to do that, because that's not right.
But I still live outside of y'all jurisdiction, sir. I don't.
Actually, you don't. You're in Cook County right now. You're inside my jurisdiction. All of Cook County is my jurisdiction. We're in Cook County.
I understand that.
In Illinois, in the United States of America.
I understand that, but personal, I'm not inside.
Now we move into the classic sovereign citizen VIN number argument. The officer simply wants to check the car's VIN to confirm ownership, but the driver turns it into a constitutional crisis. He insists that showing the VIN violates his sovereign rights, which is hilarious because it's literally visible through the windshield. Watching him refuse such a simple request shows how these people turn normal police work into conspiracy theater. The officer calmly explains that verifying the VIN proves the car isn't stolen, which should be in everyone's interest. But logic doesn't penetrate fantasy. The tension rises as the officer tries to stay respectful, even while realizing he's talking to someone who thinks jurisdiction is a force field. It's a battle between reason and delusion, And we all know which side will win in the end.
I don't want this to go sideways, okay?
I understand that, sir.
I just need you to step out.
Sir, I can't, sir.
Are you? Why are we making this more difficult than it needs to be?
Sir, I'm just saying, I'm outside y'all jurisdiction. You know, I'm not trying to cause any issues.
You're 100% in my jurisdiction. I guarantee you. A judge will 100% agree with me. Okay? If you were outside my jurisdiction, I wouldn't be stopping you right now. Okay? I would not. You'd be moving on with your life. Okay?
Yeah, sir, I can't. I'm sorry, sir, I can't. Sir, I can't.
Listen, all right, can you please shut the vehicle off right now?
Sir,
can you please shut the vehicle off? We're gonna do baby steps, okay? I'm gonna need you to shut the vehicle off. All right? So I'm gonna need you to come out. I'm gonna open your door because you're gonna need to come out.
I can't.
Okay? I'm gonna need you to come out. What did I tell you? I'm being respectful with you, okay? But I also, at this point, I have to place you in custody because you're not under our law in Cook County, in the state of Illinois, in the United States. You're not driving with a proper driver's license, okay?
Sir,
I understand what you're saying, and you have every right to fight that, but it's going to be in court. It's not going to be with me.
Yeah, I don't have jurisdiction, sir.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you again.
Sir, I can't.
I really don't want this to go.
Here's where the man starts ranting about being outside their jurisdiction. He throws around legal buzzwords like personal, jurisdiction, and corporate, contract, clearly not understanding a single one. The officer tries to explain that jurisdiction doesn't magically vanish because you say so. It's based on where you are physically located. Yet the driver insists he's in the United States Republic, as if that's a secret separate dimension only he can see. The conversation is painfully one-sided, with the officer trying to keep things civil while the man spirals deeper into nonsense. You can tell the cop has probably dealt with sovereign citizens before. His patience is saint-like. Still, there's only so long you can debate geography with someone who believes Google Maps is part of the deep state. It's both tragic and entertaining.
Majorly wrong, okay? You have done nothing majorly wrong. If we have to rescue you out of the vehicle, it's just gonna escalate, okay? I don't want it to escalate. I want you, after we're done with all this, to go home, okay? That's what I want you to do. I want you to go home, wherever it is you live, okay? But right now, you have to come with me.
Shoot.
Okay?
No, sir, I can't. Hold on one second. I can't agree to it, sir.
But here's the problem, though. If I have to extract you from this vehicle and you're resisting, I'm going to add a resisting charge. Now, I don't want to do that. Right now, this is all traffic-related. This is all traffic-related nonsense. That's all paperwork issue, okay? So I'm going to need you to come out.
I'll get my phone from you.
Well, we'll get your phone in a minute. If you step outside, we'll get your phone. We're going to talk. We're gonna talk like men, okay?
I couldn't.
The officer's tone shifts here. He's done playing games. He politely but firmly asks the man to step out of the vehicle. The sovereign citizen refuses, claiming once again that no personal jurisdiction exists. The officer calmly lays it out. You are physically in Cook County. That means you're under our laws. It's one of those moments where reality smashes through fantasy like a freight train. The man tries to stay calm, but you can hear the nervous edge in his voice. His defiance isn't confidence anymore. It's panic disguised as principle. The officer remains professional, reminding him that resisting will only make things worse. Still, our traveler thinks he's winning the argument, not realizing the handcuffs are already metaphorically in the officer's hand.
Hey, Taquarian?
No, my name, Taquan.
Taquan, I'm sorry, I read it off the thing. So you say you're a traveler?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay. What do you call home?
Where I live?
Yeah.
Yes, the United States of America Republic.
Okay. Is there anything that you can give me that's more specific to that?
Like the United States of America Republic. I live outside of the United States territories.
You live outside of it?
Yes, sir.
You have like a geographic location that you can share?
It's the natural country. It's the country. It's America. It's the United States of America Republic.
I mean, here's the deal. You got a nice car.
Thank you.
You got a nice phone. You're obviously well kept. I'm just trying to put it all together to understand.
As the situation escalates, the officer finally gives him clear warnings. He asks for cooperation and even tries to reason with him one last time. But of course, reason doesn't work on someone who thinks laws are optional. The sovereign citizen refuses to step out. So the officer begins the arrest procedure. The tone shifts from patience to authority. You can sense the officer doesn't want to use force. He's trying to give the man every chance to comply. But as always, the sovereign logic turns into resistance. The man starts mumbling about constitutional rights, ignoring that those rights don't include obstructing police duties. This scene perfectly shows how knowing your rights isn't the same as making up rights.
Talk to you a little bit about it, and again, thank you for being, cooperating with us, because again, you're doing your thing, we're doing ours, nothing's personal. But yeah, so there's nothing more you can give me that is a little bit closer to.
I live in the United States of America Republic. Like, I'm outside of y'all jurisdiction.
Okay.
Yes.
So where do you sleep?
The United States of America Republic, sir.
Okay.
Like, it's the free country, sir.
1 second. Now, I understand that. Like I said, just based on logistics of how large the United States is, I'm just trying to narrow it down a little bit. You got a couple of car seats in there. You got a family?
Oh, yes, sir.
Yeah? Okay. All right. So when you're out traveling, where are they?
In the United States of America Republic, sir.
Okay. All right. Well, I respect your privacy. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Just sit tight for me, okay?
Yep. All right, let's see. They found that thing, too. Let's show y'all. They need jurisdiction.
Here it comes. The classic ending to every sovereign citizen encounter. The officer opens the door, tells him he's under arrest, and reality finally catches up. The driver still insists he's not under jurisdiction, but the handcuffs say otherwise. It's poetic justice in real time. You can tell the officer is relieved to finally end the nonsense, doing his job quietly and safely. Meanwhile, the driver starts to backpedal, trying to argue his way out as if he can talk the cuffs off. The irony here is sharp. The man who claimed they can't detain me is now being detained exactly as predicted. The commentary almost writes itself. Arrogance meets authority, and authority wins every single time.
And you don't have an FOID card, which is required in the state of Illinois to have a firearm on you. You do have a firearm in the vehicle. So right now, we're placing you under arrest for, that's going to be one of the following things is going to be an unlawful use of weapon. Okay. You also have your vehicle itself is not properly registered. So that's the traffic that I was talking about. It's basically it's called an unlawful use of registration. Okay. So that's the Florida plate. You said it was private.
Okay.
And then as far as your license, you don't have a valid Illinois driver's license.
Okay.
All right. So I understand that with all that now, there's going to be a couple things. One, I see you do have 2 children. So I see that you have 2 passports. I'm assuming, are those your children?
Which passport?
There's 2 passports that are in your vehicle.
Like dark blue?
Yes.
Without a case?
What do you mean without a case? It's like they're legit United States passports.
Yeah.
So are they your children's?
Yeah, my children.
Okay. All right. I just want to know, because obviously I'm going to be detaining you and taking you in.
Okay.
I just want to,
So what are all the charges?
Those are the charges I told you. The unlawful use of the weapon, because you can't have a weapon on you within arm's reach that is loaded. Okay. I see that you did not have one in the chamber, but the weapon was loaded within arm's reach of you. Okay. So when in the state of Illinois, you can have a weapon if you have an FOID card. And now, if you're at your house, you can have a weapon, and if you don't have an FOID card, that's the weapon at your house. So now, if you're traveling, like you said you're doing, you have a weapon on you, that weapon itself needs to be registered.
But the thing about it is, if I'm not an Illinois resident,
you still have to abide by Illinois.
I understand that, but it's a law in Illinois. If you're not a resident of Illinois, you can travel with bearing arms without.
As the dust settles, the sovereign citizen still refuses to accept reality. Even while under arrest, he keeps rambling about being a free traveler outside of government control. The officer stays calm, proving once again that professionalism always outshines delusion. This final moment isn't just funny, it's educational. It shows that knowing your rights means understanding the law, not inventing your own version of it. The man's downfall wasn't police misconduct, it was pure ignorance mixed with ego. And the saddest part, he'll probably upload this footage later, claiming victory. But the truth is clear. He got schooled, detained, and humbled. The system didn't fail him. He failed himself. Another sovereign citizen, another predictable ending.